song reminds me of is the epic ending to The Matrix. That was good timing. Radio just turned off itself. And this is making too much noise. I can already tell that already. Watch out for the rock cliffs. Watch out for the rock cliffs. Watch out for the big trailers. Look at this guy. Nice. Look at that ride. Right? It's like a lot of work. I don't think I want a project like that. Possibly never again. And this road is busier than shit. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Oh, my baby. Ooh. Right. Yeah, the ending of The Matrix. That's what that song. Just the beginning bit with that epic electric guitar beat and drum. Come on! You guys still listen to me if I just talk like that all the time? Come on! Come on, guys! Tune into the Nightwatch! Oh, baby, baby! God, that hurts your vocals, man. Anyway, yeah, it's just me being wacky. I'm all stoked, man. The weather right now is sick. Sick, guys. In a good way. Not like fake COVID or the quote-unquote remedy kind of sick. Real sick, because the weather is so nice out. I am so stoked. And it's, of course, you know, it's Memorial Day, so that means it's like finally, right? Beginning of the summer, I guess. Even though the last several weeks now, man, we've been freezing our heinies off. It's like, what was it, yesterday? It felt like it was fall. I'm like, is it already come and gone yet? Summer? So yeah, it gets a little aggravating, you know. I get a little, you know, you wonder why I'm a little crazy sometimes. Yeah, that's that little mountain hermit in me coming out. Mountain hermit. Hermit defrog here. But yeah, how about this, so I posted a, it's just funny, I don't know. I hope some other people out there get my humor, you know? The fact is, I don't really take politics too seriously at all. In fact, I think I just quoted out today on X that politics is for clowns. That's right. Politics is for clowns. You haven't noticed yet? Like, it's this all-you-can-eat buffet of different clown appetizers that we get for candidates in all these different offices. And I'm sorry to tell you, but Trump is not really any different. I mean, he just recently came out after all this hubbub, all this big talk, you know, this neck and neck fighting to the death, right? Quote unquote, controlled opposition, political theater, trash talking left and right, on both sides. Nikki Haley, Donald Trump, and all of a sudden they're best of pals. Wouldn't you have guessed it? Because the election's all locked up, and that's how it works. Every time, literally, within my adult lifetime here, folks, and I've watched at least 4, I think, presidential elections. It might not seem like a lot, but that's a lot of years, man. Like, no, more than 4, sorry. Like 6 or 8 presidential elections. I'm trying to do the math because it's every 4 years, right? So, but yeah, I've seen a lot of them come and go. I really started paying attention, as some of you might know, back in 2008 and 2012 when I for the first time, registered Republican. I actually saw some hope in a candidate. And for one good reason, it was because the entire media was obviously against him on every level. And not in just a Trump sort of way where you just get showered by negative press, right? No, he got showered by as little as possible press, despite the fact that he was breaking, why is my light on? Despite the fact that he was breaking poll numbers, breaking the internet, breaking one-day fundraising records, with his money bombs, right? I think one day he raised, I don't know, several $1 million in one day. And he was pre-Obama, right? He was the Obama before the Obama, the true grassroots candidate. And the only one who stood a chance in hell against Obama. But you know what happened? Republicans, like idiots that they are oftentimes, all decided to vote for Slick Mitt Romney. Another one of these guys with a generic made-up name, Mitt. His name isn't Mitt. I'm sorry to tell you guys. Mitt Romney, though, the guy who basically authored Obamacare, despite all the blowback from Obama, despite the fact everybody hated Obamacare, everybody wanted to vote for Mitt because he was a sure winner. And then what happened? As soon as Super Tuesday came and went, all the states voted like suckers that they were. They voted for the guy who they were told to by the corporate media. They were told to vote for because he's the guy that only guy who stood a chance. And wouldn't you know it, Mitt turned around and stabbed you all in the back. Like a good traitor, like a good Benedict Arnold, and left the nomination to that's right, guys. A sure loser. John McInsane. Songbird John McCain. Yep. And literally at the time, the oldest man, I think, running for president up against the young hipster, had the entire youth votes behind him. Obama, not a chance in hell. And if everybody, hindsight, right? If everybody might have known ahead of time that Mitt was going to do that, stab you all in the back, they might have actually voted for an alternative like Ron Paul, right? Because it wasn't throwing away your votes. And that's how it's always, it's like these high school pure pressure tactics. You don't want to vote for the nerdy guy, right? You don't want to just throw away your vote, guys. You want to vote for the cool jock, the guy with all the friends, the guy with the cheerleaders on each shoulder. And that's literally the mentality of people. And that's why we keep getting what we deserve. We keep getting screwed over and over again by the big red, white, and blue, as George Carlin put it. Not, a little more graphic. I won't go that deep, but the way George Carlin put it, yeah, we keep getting screwed, don't we? Because we're not part of the big club. Got it, guys? We got owners. America's got owners. And you might vote for this or that little basketball player out on the basketball court, right? This personality or that personality. But what really matters is the guy, like Chris Rock said in another stand-up comedy show. It's the guy who writes the checks. That's the guy really making the money. The guy that has the real wealth. When all the black people, like Chris Rock put it, are looking to get that next paycheck so they can buy some shiny rims, right? Watch some shiny rims. I don't do it as good as Chris Rock, but I've never seen that. I thought it was pretty funny. Kind of stuck with me. That and the George Carlin skit. Yeah, it's controlled opposition, folks. And how do you like getting screwed time and time again, over and over again? And now we have the neocon Nikki Haley, Trump making the promise. She's going to be on the Trump team, guys. Neocon Nikki Haley, UN Ambassador Nikki Haley. It was, in fact, Trump who got her in the position that she was. And they were best of pals until all of a sudden, she decided to pretend to be a fake presidential candidate that didn't stand a chance in hell, just to eat up airtime and to eat up enough votes, take them away from a potential real rivalry. Whoever that may have been, right? I don't think we really had much of a choice this year, other than, taking people's attention off of RFK Jr. It's like Vivek Ramaswamy, another guy, right, who everybody had such high hopes for, who just bows out of the race and tosses the baton straight to Trump, because it's almost like the guy was working for him all along, wasn't he? Pretty much throwing everybody else under the bus when it came to, will you or will you not vote for Donald Trump if he's the nominee? Vivek, almost like he knew, right, that question was coming, puts his hand straight up, and guys like DeSantis had to pause for a second, and man, it looked bad in front of the cameras, didn't it? It's all about those optics. It's all about that American dream. It's all about the image is everything in America, right? Image to the beast. It's coming next. Yeah, anyway, if you haven't noticed, and you haven't been paying attention, then apparently this is the same MO every presidential election, okay? They have these B-rate actors up on stage. They all pretend to be infighting, right? Tooth and nail, right? But it's all this surface level. Oftentimes, Trump's go-to is to attack the character. The character assassination. Focus on the personality politics. Give people cute little nicknames, right? Pocahontas or Bird Brain Nikki, I think is what he called her at one point. Little Marco, Lion Ted. I thought that one was actually kind of appropriate. But yeah, they want you to focus on the sock puppets. They want you to focus on those little meat puppets up on stage to give you the illusion of there's actually some opposition going on, right? Everything isn't just already pre-told, pre-scripted. All the stars haven't already been aligned for you before you had the chance to even vote in the first place, which is actually how our political system works. It's a reality show, guys. If you can't tell by now, I don't know what to tell you. Stop drinking the fluoride. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Stop eating the aspartame, MSG, all these different neurotoxins. Stop being like Joe Rogan and smoking a spliff every day of your life. And you might just sober up and start to pay attention. That's all I'm saying. Just start to pay a little closer attention to how the world works. And I'm not like, I know it sounds like sometimes like I'm sitting here lecturing. I'm frustrated with all of the groupthink, mainly. And these mobs of sheepish supporters, right? I guess there's a big deal about the rally in the Bronx for Trump. And I put up a little tweet about, here's an image of what it looked like over at that massive gathering, latest Trump rally. I mean, I don't know how you can deny it, right? I mean, as much as stupid crap as this guy says, as much as stupid crap as this guy stands for, as much as he has just filled his cabinet in the past with the deep state swamp, as much as he promoted Operation Warp Speed, the national declaration of national emergency, following UN/WHO mandates, still stands to this day to his beloved medical procedure, right? Without question. Apparently the only guy on the planet who does so. But I can't say more because that's how free we are now, guys, post-Trump. Isn't America great, guys? Does anybody else feel like America's great after 4 years of Trump? I mean, I know I sure as hell don't. Because I lived through it, and I tried to get the word out. And I tried to put out the numbers and the statistics and the mortality rates pre any of this Operation Warp Speed rollout, because apparently I'm a genius compared to everybody's messiah who's going to save America. Just a bumbling idiot, apparently, who just listens to these deep state swamp critters like Anthony Fauci. Just blindly follows along. Despite all the evidence to the contrary, like RFK Jr. points out, that he knew full well in advance of the potential risks of certain medical procedures that we can't mention, right, guys? He met with RFK and he met with Bill Gates, both at the Trump Tower, on this very topic. And I wonder which side he went with. In fact, RFK Jr. tells us that Trump received $1 million quote-unquote donation from Pfizer. Pfizer, guys. Yeah, the guys who lied about how effective their snake serum was. In any case, I can't talk anymore on this topic, otherwise I risk another, strike. So, yes, just makes me sick, guys. America's not greater after Trump, and it won't be greater after another 4 years of Trump if you haven't learned yet. You didn't learn from the first go-around. It wasn't all rainbows and ponies and unicorns, okay, guys? It wasn't all that, really. I'm sorry to tell you, and everybody tries to make a contrast because that's how the dialectic works. It's always about, well, look at how horrible things have gotten under Biden. Man, things were sure great under Trump, weren't they? Yeah. COVID was wonderful, guys. I loved it. I love the lockdowns. I love the fear pouring on the news every single day, 24/7. I love shutting down of countless tens and tens of thousands of restaurants and small businesses. I love the mass printing of the Fed, which later, by the way, resulted in inflation. It takes time, guys. It takes time for inflation to take effect. It's not a one-term thing. It's not over 4 years. Sometimes it takes a good, decade to feel the effects of inflation. And as people have pointed out, Trump did more money printing under his watch. Never questioned the Fed, did he? Nope. Than any other president prior. Okay? I think it was between Bush and Obama combined. Like, this guy pumped out more trillions in debt. Despite the fact that he ran as a conservative that was going to reduce the debt. Don't they all, though? George Bush, W, same thing. Lies, lies, lies. All you get is lies. And it seems like most people just love the lie, don't they? They just love being lied to. And that's why, for the most part, I'm the bad guy. On most of these social media platforms, I'm the bad guy. Because I don't love lies. I'm sorry to tell you guys. I don't love to be lied to. I hate it. I hate liars. I hate con men. I hate deception. Because I love the truth, It's either or. If you love the truth, you must hate the lie. You must hate the liar. The spreader of untruth, mistruth, right? Anyway, I'm off that. Now, what else to cover, guys? I don't know. I've covered quite a bit already. I better keep my mouth shut. I might lose some more subscribers. Yeah, you guys know me by now. I don't give a damn. Because I'm here to speak truth. I'm not here to... This is not a popularity contest, guys. I consider myself, above all, first and foremost, a follower of Jesus. Quote-unquote Christian. And true Christianity, as I put out recently in another tweet, I guess they're still called tweets, true Christianity has never been about a popularity contest, right, guys? If you have the majority on, let's say, either side of this political divide, on your side on any particular issue, you might want to double check that issue and make sure just double check with the Bible and make sure it's actually biblical. Because for the most part, throughout the human history, the majority has never been right about anything. In fact, they've always been consistently wrong. And it's always been that small fringe, that little minority, that ragtag group of rebels or martyrs, in the case of all those Christians during the Dark Ages, persecuted by the Roman Catholic Church for things as simple as trying to print their own Bibles in their own common tongue to share the Word of God. That's right. The beloved, which all the conservatives are just enamored with lately, apparently. All the world wondered after the beast, don't they? Yes, that loving Catholic, Roman Catholic institution so feared the Word of God that it would burn Bibles along with anybody else who tried to print Bibles, right? Countless martyrs burned at the stake. That institution has more blood on it than any other man-made institution in human history. By some estimates, 50 to 100 million people died as a result of the Holy Roman Catholic Church. Yet we still have, despite this glowing track record, we still have all these quote-unquote conservatives who think it's just the bee's knees lately, I guess. It's consistent, at least, right, guys? Rome's consistent. Rome never changes. That's a direct quote. If you believe that Rome changes, then how can Rome represent God on earth? Because God changes not, right? God is the same today and forever, the Alpha and the Omega, right? So anyway, the whole sham falls apart the more you look into it. The Roman Catholic Church is evil, and that's the reason why the Bible calls her the mother of harlots, Mystery Babylon, who sits on 7 hills in Rome, by the way. So I always got to bring it back to that because I think that is vitally important right now. All roads are pointing straight back to Rome. We have the Pope recently talking with 60 Minutes, just going on and on about all this. It's like the biggest puff piece I think I've ever seen in my life, the 60 Minutes interview. And of course they had, I can't remember her name, but this news lady who was born and raised Catholic, dyed in the wool. She's just all for her beloved Pope. And the level of criticism is such softball garbage. It's a joke, man. It is a joke. If you didn't watch that interview, I wouldn't recommend it necessarily, but it's just telling. That's all I'm saying. And of course, the Pope ridiculed conservatives, ridiculed dogmatic ideologues, I guess. Anybody who wants to cling to their nations, their borders, basically anybody that doesn't want to go along with the Pope's agenda of a new world, quote unquote, old world order, right? Because who do you think will be the religious leader at the top of this little dung pile once they finalize the final nail in this coffin, in this new technocratic, feudalistic nightmare of a world order? Who do you think is going to be at the top of that little pyramid as the moral voice that we all must listen to, right, guys? It's pretty clear the Pope has been positioning, if not himself, then his successor, right? It's all about that. It's all about the continuation of that institution. Like I said, the oldest institution on the earth, and the Holy See stretches back way back to like 313 AD. That's how long it's been amassing power and influence, hoarding wealth. It's insane. Anyway, big elephant in the room I always try to bring up. Anyway, like I said, it's Memorial Day is coming up this weekend. I hope everybody's good. I hope everybody's good out there. I don't hear too much feedback lately. I'd like to hear some more comments if you guys got the time. It's not that hard, is it? As much time as I put into editing my videos, you can type out a few words in the comments section. Can't you guys? Anything helps. I'm heavily shadow banned, like I said, ever since the Rona. Yeah, trying to be one of the few voices, unlike, say, a Chris Cuomo, who just recently stumbled on some of the truth, apparently. Trying to be one of the lone voices of sounding the warning to people out there that this whole scamdemic was a hoax. And the mortality rates never added up, never justified the kind of response that, say, Trump and Fauci let out with twisting the arm of the FDA and all that. Potentially putting lives at risk in the process, despite all the BS, 100% positive narrative you'll get from Trump these days. Everything's A-okay, right, guys? Trust in the science. Yeah. Anyway, it's a crazy world. Thanks everybody for watching. I've already rambled too long, I think, so I'll wrap it up. Just down to get some supplies. Still working on that greenhouse. I got my drone running. That thing is sweet. So I'm gonna release some drone footage here pretty soon. So I got some aerial views now of the I almost want to call it, my latest series, I almost want to call it Operation Garden Plot. Which was a real operation, by the way. As opposed to Doomsday Garden, just because I kind of like the idea of having like this set parameter, which I can kind of do now with these aerial views of our property, which really kind of looks like. And the more I look at our property from perspective of the drone, it kind of looked like a third world encampment or something. We got to do a little more cleaning up around the property, I think. But and that's why we probably have these neighbors that love to fly over our property and hover, like we had just the other day. And I made a comment about that. That's one thing I don't think I'm going to tolerate, guys. If me and my neighbors think it's a-okay to sit there and hover over my airspace, yeah, their drone is going to have a pretty short lifespan. You know, whether that's me pulling out some pheasant shot with a 12 gauge, or and I wanted to look into like if there's a possibility you can create like a predator drone. I'm sure there is one that can like grab onto a smaller drone and just like reel it in, take it home. That'd be a pretty lucrative business, actually. All the little nosy neighbor spies we got up there, and they'll never be able to prove anything different, will they? Because see if that holds up in court. Anyway, yeah, like you can track that back to me. Anyway, yeah, so it's a awesome new, and I plan on doing so many things with this thing. It should be really fun. I can take it with me on road trips. It's really small and compact, this little drone. And one of the first places I want to go is back to that pyramid in Wyoming and get some aerial views of that thing. I think that would be sweet. Just to get some close-up views, see what it looks like on the very top of that Ames Brothers pyramid, as well as some of these little areas that I got that one video that I did on arrowhead hunting near Medicine Bow, Wyoming, and there are so many places tucked away back in there, a little cave where you just know there's probably still cave dwellings and stuff. Yeah, I want to do some more of that type of stuff, like exploration with my drone, because, you know, I'm getting old, man. My knees are starting to hurt. They've been hurting, actually, for a long time. And it'd be just a great way to cover more ground and try to discover some little treasures out there. And maybe share them with you guys. It's just kind of a little an escape from the madness, right? From the political circus, clown show. It's nice to just get out sometimes and just free up your mind space, right? Anyway, God bless everybody. I got to cut it. Appreciate everybody. Hope you have a good weekend, a good Memorial Day, and hopefully you'll be hearing from me soon. Hopefully I'll be hearing from you in the comments section. Like I say, come on, guys. Everything helps out. Comments, likes, shares, even buy me a coffee if you're so financially inclined or capable. All that stuff helps. Appreciate it, guys. God bless. It's Nightwatch N8. Till next time. Signing out.
Dance. You made me the heavyweight champion of the world. You made me a socialite with a long string of pearls, but you'll have to serve somebody. Yes, indeed, serve somebody. Stage. Murder, drugs in your pocket, women in a cage. You may be some businessman or some high-degree thief. They may call you doctor, they may call you chief, but you'll have to serve somebody. Yes, indeed, serve somebody. business landlord, maybe even own banks, but he'll have to serve somebody. Spiritual pride. You may be working as a dishwasher. You may be a young bride. You may work in a barber shop. Maybe know how to cut hair. You may be somebody's mistress. Maybe be somebody.